Okay, well, hello everybody. Welcome to the very first monthly High Vibe Tribe book review. And if you're looking for inspiration in your life and you want something to read that can hopefully shift you, move you, transform you in significant ways, that's what the High Vibe Tribe is here and all about. My name is Liz Garcia. I am founder of the Mind, Body, Spirit Network. And every month we're bringing in some of our experts from the network to share one of their favorite books. So that's what we're doing today. So first up, I think we're going to share, hold on, we're going to share Macy Matarazzo. Macy Matarazzo, welcome to the Book Review Club.
Hi.
Tell us what you got in store for us today.
So the book that I am sharing is called The War of Art. And the reason why I absolutely love this book is because it very simply outlines all of the ways that we get in our own way. So it's all about the ways resistance shows up in our life. So although it sounds like it's for an artist, it's for everyone. And if you can see, I have a million little bookmarks because it's a very powerful book. And certainly for me, working with women to help them get into meaningful relationships, resistance comes up all the time. And certainly whenever we want to make any meaningful change in our life, whether it's health or on the spiritual path, that you're going to experience a lot of these things. So it's changed my life.
Nice. So could you read the full title of that for us? So if we have
Yes.
to Google it, we can find it and the author.
It's called The War of Art, Break Through the Blocks and Win Your Inner Creative Battles. And it's by Steven Pressfield. And like I said, I feel like the title doesn't actually tell you how expansive it is. It's not just for someone who's an artist, although he was a writer who then wrote about his writer blocks kind of thing. But this is way beyond that.
Nice. We like breakthroughs. All right, Macy, I thank you for that. All right, Cheryl Murphy. Hold on. Let me get you pinned here, Cheryl. What do you got for us today, Miss Murphy?
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Murphy. I am a psychic medium where I help people connect with their loved ones on the other side to show that love is eternal and love never dies. My book recommendation for this month, it's called Holy Shift by Robert Holden. And it is 365 meditations from the Course in Miracles. So every day you have a daily meditation from something from the Course in Miracles. Robert Holden is so lovely. He started the Happiness Project, and he's on Hay House Radio. So it's a great way to learn about the Course in Miracles in simple daily meditations. If I just may read one for a moment. On January 20th, he writes, or the Course in Miracle writes, the goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, is know thyself. There is nothing else to seek. So wonderful words of wisdom from the Course in Miracles. And thank you, Robert Holden. So Holy Shift.
Thank you, Cheryl Murphy. Now, I happen to know that the Course in Miracles is a very powerful exercise. And I'm pretty sure it calibrates up in the 500s, which is, I'm fairly certain from what I've learned from Dr. Hawkins, that the Course in Miracles is about forgiveness and learning to forgive yourself and have compassion in yourself. Hugely transformative. And if you were to follow that every day, I think you'd feel holy shift.
Yeah.
For sure. Major holy shift. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. All right. Hold on one second. Linda Armstrong, my dear. Hold on. Let me pin you here, Linda. Okay, my dear. What have you got for us?
I'm Linda Armstrong. I'm a transformation coach and energy healer. And what I have for you, I'm an Audible book girl. So it's Your Soul's Plan, Discovering the Real Meaning of the Life You Planned Before You Were Born. So I'll read just a tiny bit about it, and then I'll tell you. But So Your Soul's Plan explores the premise that we are all eternal souls who plan our lives, including our greatest challenges, before we're born for purpose, spiritual growth. And through compelling profiles of people who knowingly plan the experiences mentioned above, Your Soul's Plan shows that suffering is not purposeless and rather imbued with deep meaning. And so in the book, he works with working with 4 different gifted mediums. Author Robert Schwartz reveals the significance of each person's life plan and allows us a fascinating look into the other side. So I find this book helped me, even though I had an understanding of between lives, pre-life planning and all of that. This book really helped me to see it, because he goes into 10 different people's lives, and they see what the pre-birth planning was like compared to what they actually lived and what they learned. So you see how it all worked together, and how really nothing's by mistake. There's a reason to all things. So that really helps, I find, with a lot of people I work with, for them to realize that some of these horrible things that may be happening in their life do have a purpose, and to be able to look for what that is and take the gift from that. And that also helps with the healing.
That's super important too. I read a similar book that went through past life, life between lives. I forget who the author was, but it's a similar concept where, horrible things, do have purpose, and they raise you to a whole other level. And thank you for sharing. That's a good one. I love that, Linda. And this one is a powerful healer, gang, out there. Just so you know, this Miss Linda Armstrong, she is driven by love. That is in her DNA. She is the snowflake of love and healing. You're going to want to hook with her.
Heals. That's it.
I know, it is the energy it heals. And she's like good-natured about the whole darn thing. All right, my dear, thank you for that. Thanks for sharing the Soul's Plan. I got to check that one out. All right. Let's see. Deborah Edwards, you're up on top.
Okay, well, the book that I would like to share is You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. And it's by Jen Sincero. And I do Audible too. So this is kind of what the cover of it looks like. And what I love about this book is it is a down-to-earth, irreverent pathway to mindfulness and to really owning your true power and your best life. And I just love going through that journey with her. And I wanted to share with you some of the chapters that she had in here, and I thought it was just wonderful. One is how you got this way, and she gives you a description of how we're bound and how our life experience brought us to this place. How to embrace your inner badass, which I love, because we all know that we're great. We just don't always embrace it. How to tap into the mother lode. Gratitude is the gateway drug to awesomeness. Loosen your bone, Wilma. I love that, and it's one that's particularly true for me because I can get pretty caught up in some things and uptight, so I love that one. How to get over your BS already. Procrastination, perfection, and the Polish beer garden. And how to kick ass and doing versus spewing. And what I like about that is it just brings this whole thing that is so important to us, and mindfulness and owning and living our best life and understanding that we are the captain of our own ship, down to earth. It's not so much zen and up here, it's where you live. So that's why I love that. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero.
Deborah, that's awesome. I love that. What's the one about what's the Wilma one?
Loosen your bone, Wilma.
Oh my God. For people out there that are not of the Flintstones generation, that would be Wilma Flintstone and Betty Rubble. Did Betty have a bone? I forget. She must have. I don't know.
I don't think she did.
That's too.
She had the pearls.
Oh, okay, right. Loosen your bone, Wilma. I bet Macy Matarazzo liked that one. Right up Macy's alley. All right, thank you, Deborah. I like that. And you can say badass all you want. That's good. Okay, next up, we have Sujatha Reddy. Hold on, Sujatha. All right, my dear, you're good to go.
I'm Sujatha Reddy. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor and a licensed mental health counselor. And I do spiritual practices of Kriya Yoga. And one of my favorite books I want to share with you today is called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This is my all-time favorite. It really opened my eyes to see what being in the state of consciousness is and what being in the state of unconscious is. The unconscious, beautifully explained by Eckhart Tolle in the second chapter. He says, consciousness is the way out of pain. Create no more pain in the present. Past pain, how to dissolve the pain body. And ego identification with the pain body. The origin of fear and the ego's search for wholeness. We all live in the all or nothing, and we forget to live in the now. And it's the process that's important and not the end result. The result will come by itself. And really recognizing where we are operating from. Is it the pain body, which is the unconscious, or being in that conscious awareness makes a whole difference. And being in that state of being in the here, in the now, in this present moment is powerful. During these holidays, all our past pain body acts up. We experience stress, we experience anxiety, or we experience sadness and loneliness. All that's either coming because we are in the past or we are in the future. We are never in this present moment. So just be in this present moment, and that is the power of now. Thank you.
Sujatha, that was awesome and timely. I never even, thank you for pointing out that those feelings of loneliness and whatever is from the past or projecting into the future, right? I love that. And I forgot, I recently reminded myself when I started to feel sadness or whatever, I remembered Eckhart saying, that's just the pain body. And I remembered that, and then I'm like, oh, is it true or is it not true? And then it kind of went away. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need to hold on to that anymore. So that was a timely message for me. Anyway, thank you so much. All right. Hold on. One more. Okay. So I want to share a book today, and it was so interesting that I received this book. I am a big believer, and I have evidence to prove it every day, that when I ask for something, God, life, divinity, whatever you want to call it, angels, send me the answer. So I ordered some books from Amazon the other day, a bunch of them, and you know how they split ship and they send you whatever is available. And one of the books I ordered came by itself, but it was the wrong book. And I'm like, why did I get this book? Tattoos on the Heart, The Power of Boundless Compassion. And I'm like, okay, this was meant to be sent to me. And I went through the whole gyration of oh, now I got to send it back. I got to get the packing slip. I got to bring it to the post office. I'm like, screw that. Why don't they just give it to me for free and save us all a lot of trouble? But then I'm like, you know what? This didn't come to me for no good reason, and I knew it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to read the book. So I'm reading the book, and it's so beautiful and moving. And holy crow, God's talking to me because I need to hear it. I need to hear it from God. I'm like, I need to hear from you. I need you in a big way. And I knew it when I read the book. So I'm going to read a little bit from the back of the book because it's beautifully written. The author is Gregory Boyle. He's a Jesuit priest. This is a true story. and the founder and executive director of Homeboy Industries. He makes approximately 200 speaking appearances per year and has received numerous humanitarian awards, among them the California Peace Prize. He lives in Los Angeles. And this is what's amazing. For 20 years, Gregory Boyle has run Homeboy Industries, a gang intervention program located in the Boyle Heights neighborhood of Los Angeles, the gang capital of the world. In Tattoos on the Heart, he distills his experience working in the ghetto into a breathtaking series of parables inspired by faith. Arranged by theme and filled with sparkling humor and glowing generosity, these essays offer a stirring look at how full our lives could be if we could find the joy in loving others and in being loved unconditionally. From giant tattooed Cesar shopping at JCPenney fresh out of prison, we learn how to feel worthy of God's love. From 10-year-old Lula, we learn the importance of being known and acknowledged. From Pedro, we understand the kind of patience necessary to rescue someone from the darkness. In each chapter, we benefit from Boyle's gentle, hard-earned wisdom. The essays about universal kinship and redemption are moving examples of the power of unconditional love and the importance of fighting despair. Gorgeous and uplifting, Tattoos on the Heart reminds us that no life is less valuable than another. And when you read about these kids in gangs, holy crow. But what I want to encourage you to do when you're reading this is to remember we're all kids in gangs. And when you hear the compassion and the love and the wisdom come from Father Boyle, I don't know if he calls himself Father, I think he might, but he was in the Dolores Mission Church in the middle of Gang Central. Holy crow. It's so incredible. You know, God is speaking through him and he knows it. And when you read about the kids in this, everyone wants is to be seen and loved. And when you put yourself in their position and you listen to you be the gang member in this book and you're going to be moved. And I want you all to be moved like I've been, because there's crying and laughing and everything involved in there. And what was really moving for me is that I have a cousin, and she was a nun back in those days. And she was in the thick of Watts herself. And I never really, she's quite a bit older than me, so I didn't really connect with her. But she was there. I'm like, I'm going to call her and ask her, were you there with him? You must know him, because she was in the thick of that. A white woman in the thick of Watts. That's a lot of friggin' courage to not be afraid and to have faith in God and everything to do that. And now she does her work in New Haven, Connecticut, which is also Gang Central, can be called that. And she does amazing work there as well. So you've got to like embrace and love and thank God for these people that hold the truth of God and faith. So like without question, there's no question. So that's my share today. Tattoos on the Heart, the power of boundless compassion. And it's no wonder I did the compassion exercise today in our other video. All right, I'm going to unmute everyone. I want to thank everyone for being here on our very first monthly High Vibe Tribe book review. We'll be doing it again next month, and we'll, Deborah. Anyone who wants to join us, you're all welcome to join in and share. I've got so many books to share. I've got them like piled up behind me, to the sky. All good stuff that have moved me in one way or another. And I thank all of you for sharing that today and being the beacons of light that you all are to everyone in our audience today, because I can bet you $1 million God's like, I brought you here for a reason. Are you listening? I get that every time. I'm like, okay, I'm not sending my book back to Amazon. I'm going to pay it, and they're going to make me. I'm like, okay, I'm good. All right, I'm stopping the recording. Anyone, thank you guys. Woohoo.
Thank you.
All right.